Hi everyone and welcome to Solar System Explorers, an activity designed for children between 6 and 8 years old, which is equal to first and third of primary. The first thing to take into account are the goals from the curriculum, that are the future of the Earth and the universe and the solar system, physical phenomena related to the Earth and the universe and their impact on daily life and environment, space exploration and observation of the sky, the Earth in the universe, elements, movements, and dynamics related to the Earth and the universe and their consequences on daily life and environment, time sequences and seasonal changes, searching simple information from different and safe, reliable sources in a guided way, using it in investigation related to the natural, social, and cultural environment. We are going to use the ACAD framework to explain the structure of the design, which elements are set design, epistemic design, social design, and emerging activity. First, to set the design, we are going to organize the class in pairs and give them computers to research information about a specific planet, for example, the Earth. Then, according to epistemic design, we are going to propose the students to use different kinds of technologies on their own to access to more information. In the next step, the social design, the students are going to put again in pairs to present all the information to the rest of the class. The emerging activity consists in how the students had used their autonomy during the activity to decide how to do it and how to use the tools. Once they have finished the first part of the activity, we are going to go straight to the second part. Here, the students have to organize themselves in groups and they are going to share the information about their respective planets. Then, they are going to use the platform of Tinkercad. Tinkercad is a free online tool that makes 3D designs with tons of shapes and animations. With this platform, they are going to design a solar system like this one I made by myself. It has different formats like this one of blocks, and it can be seen by all of its angles. As you have seen, the one that I made is our actual solar system. But that is not what the students have to do. Once they have learned about the real solar system, they have to create their own one, adding some information about the characteristic of each element. For example, this one. This one is called the Pinky Planet, where the trees are made of sugar cotton and the ground tastes like cherry gum. Once they have completed their work, they must give it to the teacher in order to have some feedback and assessment. According to the evaluation of the project, the students will be evaluated with a teacher rubric, with the goals and the qualification of its goal, from excellent to inadequate. Wow, that was such a lot of information. So let's make a revise of all the steps of the activity. First, the students will research information in pairs, using computers and searching on their own with the technology they prefer. Secondly, the students will present to the rest of the class the information they had researched. Thirdly, the students will be put in group to share the information that they have learned about all the planets. Then, the students will design their own solar system using Tinkercad, creating the characteristics of each one of the elements they had designed. Finally, the students have to give the work to the teacher, who is going to evaluate them using a rubric and will give them feedback and assessment. Now, let's give the students some free online resources to help them. The first one is the NASA Solar System Exploration, a website that they can use to access information about the solar system. It also includes images, videos, or even interactive simulations. Another platform that they can use is Kahoot. For example, they can use it in a step in which they have to explain the information that they have learned to their classmates. It creates interactive quizzes and assessment, which is useful to reinforce the students' comprehension. Another useful tool is the National Geographic Kids, a platform full of articles, videos, and interactive games that the students can use to learn about the space and the solar system. Then, the NASA Kid Clubs. This platform is full of educational games, activities, and videos to learn about our solar system. Here we have some articles. And finally, the Solar System Scope. This platform creates a 3D model of the solar system that allows the students to explore the celestial bodies of the space in detail. They can click on the one they want to learn about, and it just appears some information of a certain planet or celestial body. So let's see the ethical problem that these tools can cause to students. The first one is the collection of students' data, which can be solved by obtaining consent from their parents and sharing the protection of the data with safe websites. Then, the students with poor internet connection can go to places with public internet connection, or giving them time to finish in class with the resources available. Now, let's see the final product of the activity. The work of the research about a certain planet should look like this, that was made on Canva and it's about Mars. Then, after presenting their work to the rest of the class, they can use platforms like Kahoot to teach their peers about the planets. When every student has learned about all the planets, they have to create their own solar system with Tinker code. Finally, in that solar system, they have to grade the characteristics of each planet, like the ice star, the forester, the love land, the pinky planet, the ruby planet, or the SpongeBob planet. While doing this activity, we can find some ethical problems, so let's see how to solve them. One of the main problems here is that maybe there are parents that won't give the permission to their sons to log into Tinkercad or Kahoot. So, as the work is done in groups, not all the members need to log in. They can do the activity with a member who is allowed. And there are some problems that occur working in groups, so if there are any problems like misunderstandings, we'll solve them through mediation. As you have seen, this activity is based on the use of technological devices and apps, and the added value of using digital tools here is that them would be very useful to research information and learn about the planet. Then they can use the different apps and platforms to create games and posters with Kahoot and Canva, and the use of Tinkercad is very original to play with different 3D forms and design their own solar system. Also, there are tons of websites that can be very attractive for them. Okay, but how does this activity improve the students' peerly building? Let's see. PLE stands for Personal Learning Environment, which are all the tools and sources of information that each one uses to learn. This activity will improve the students' peerly building by introducing them to a huge variety of technological resources and tools. This will encourage them to use technology to research, design, and present information about anything they want to. Also, this activity can improve the personal learning network, in the part in which they have to share the information researched with the peers and talk about the planets. With this bunch of tools, the students can access and decode multimedia information, recreate knowledge, and debate and discuss their doubts with the partners. Now, let's go straight to the second part of this activity. The first question consists in explaining 5 critical elements of this course that I would include permanently on my PLE. Here is my PLE. On its top, you can find the 3 parts of a PLE that are accessing, recreating, and discussing information. The tools that I had used the most are WhatsApp on my mobile phone in order to discuss information with my classmates. For reference, I use it on my mobile phone, computer, or tablet at the university or at home to access information or recreate some notes there to put them in another language. I also use the app of Instagram in my mobile phone or tablet to access new information or discuss with other users. Google Docs is a must for me, as it had helped me recreating and discussing information everywhere with tons of devices. I did mostly all of my projects in that platform. The last one is Canva, one of my best friends, where I can recreate information in a very creative way with tons of templates and elements. I prefer to use it on the computer or tablet because the screen of the mobile phone is very small and it changes the format. The next question consists in choosing 3 elements or areas of the disc computer that I consider more relevant. Here you can find the 6 areas of the disc computer. I choose the first one, professional engagement. Inside this area, I selected the category of personal data protection, privacy, security, and digital well-being. It consists of protecting personal data while accessing digital technologies in a safe and healthy way to avoid risk and to ensure the well-being of students. I have learned about the management of our personal data in the daily games, and this area is crucial to ensure the protection of everyone's data. The second area is the evaluation and feedback. Inside this area, I choose the category of evaluation strategies, which consists in the use of digital technologies for the design of instruments to improve the diversity of evaluation formats. The evaluation and feedback is one of the most important things of a teacher job. and the use of technologies can make it more easy and safe for them. The final one is the area of facilitating students' digital competence. Inside that area, I selected the one of problem solving, which function is to implement and integrate pedagogical proposals for the development of students' digital competence to solve their everyday problems. One of the main roles of a teacher is to prepare their students for the daily life, and technological devices are very useful to solve the problems that they may have. The final question consists in answering with a reflection about these three aspects. The first one is, what's the mark that I earn? I think that in this project I earned more than a 7, because I spent hours and hours doing it and I consider the final product came out pretty well. The next one is, what's the most important role that I have performed during this course? And I consider the most important role is the analyst one, because it has to analyze the role of the rest of the members of the group and give them feedback. Finally, the most challenging role that I have performed is maybe the star one, because I get very nervous when I talk in front of people, but I think that performing it was a good thing for me, because now I don't get that nervous anymore. And yes, that was everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. See you, bye!